Welcome back guys to the Architectural Insider. Today we have a building that was the building of the year 2013 by RIBA. It's a building I have been to myself, and I have a little story for you guys too this time. So before we get into the actual video, I want to tell you guys a little story. This story, well, it's more like a trip. It's not really a story. It's a trip that we went to when I was in second year of architectural school in Wolverhampton. We went on a trip to Rome. Now this trip was with a few teachers and the third year students. It was very good. We had a very good, enjoyable time. It was a lot of walking. We walked so much that the teachers had quarrels between each other because they didn't want to keep walking. Now we went to this building. It's the MAXXI building by ZAHA Hadid. Trust me, it's one of the most beautiful buildings I've seen in my life, and I've seen a lot of buildings. This is definitely one that definitely stands out. The entrance itself, it's very open, and the building is on the left side, so the right side is very open, and you can see the sky and the blue sky, and it looks amazing. The whole building is mainly made of concrete, and you know, it's ZAHA Hadid, so it curves. It has loads of curves, loads of circles, and very curvy shapes. Now the way the building sits on the urban grid of Rome, it's amazing. The building doesn't overpower the rest, and the rest of Rome doesn't overpower the building. It just fits in perfectly. The way the building curves into the corner and has a small public space is very good. The building itself, it's a museum of modern art, which is mainly what ZAHA Hadid does. The video I'm going to show you guys now is a gentleman who works with ZAHA Hadid, and who is going to describe more about the building and what the building means and how it got there, and because that building had a lot of difficulties trying to get built because of the planning applications, because of funding, and it had a few big issues, but at last it got built. These are a few pictures of the interiors too, and it's absolutely crazy. Make sure if you ever go to Rome that you do go there, because it will blow your mind.
We came back to Europe, actually, and back to Italy in our third year, when the winner pretty conclusively was by the first architect superstar to win a WAF completed building. It was ZAHA Hadid's Museum of Modern Art, known as MAXXI in Rome. And this is a building which was hugely controversial when, like Grafton Architects building, it won a competition. It was one of two competitions won by women architects, the other by Odile Deck, quite nearby. So for centuries, if ever, having had no prominent public building by a woman architect, Rome suddenly got two. The great thing about MAXXI is the way it sits in the city. It is on the site of a military barracks and has to respond to its 19th century historic surrounding and slightly wider local context to some of the buildings built for the 1960 Rome Olympics. In particular, a wonderful structure by Nervi, the Palazzo dello Sporto. And the feeling on the part of the jury was that although the MAXXI building is an almost instant icon, it has flowing forms, it's a tough building in the ZAHA way, lots of glass, lots of concrete. But one of our jurors, the great landscape architect, Catherine Gustafsson, was very vocal on the subject of how the plan form of the building had been very carefully designed, and instead of just imposing an alien form onto this bit of old Rome, or not so old Rome perhaps, as it was 19th century, it was in fact picking up the grain and the kind of warp and weft of the city itself. There was something flowing about this building which she found very attractive. And I think the only pity was that this building was a long time in the making because of funding difficulties and planning difficulties. And I think it was Enrique Norton, one of our super jurors, who said this would have been even better if we'd been judging it 5 years earlier. However, the fact was that despite the long gestation, this competition-winning design was pretty much built as designed. And another juror, Hanif Kara from AKT, said he believed that the reason it had been completed with very little modification was because of the strength of the original conception, which had managed to survive a number of different potential curators and actual curators to deliver the building we finally got.
Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of this video. Do you guys like this building? Do you guys not like this building? What do you guys think of Zaha Hadid as an architect? Rest in peace, because she did pass away last year or the year before. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys have been up to since last video and what you guys are going to do. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.